Good evening. Do you remember a time when people didn't freak out about using plastic straws? When you could look out the window on a sunny day and everything looked okay? Well, I know that I do. So what happened? Well, the environment happened. But more specifically, the decline in the state of the environment happened. We try to point a finger at many different reasons why this has happened, but it all comes down to three factors. These three factors are pollution, climate change, and deforestation. Now, we don't really know the first sign of pollution, though according to Paolo Gabrielli in When Did Humans Start Polluting the Earth, some say that it started 11,000 years ago with the beginning of agriculture, while others tie it to the advent of the nuclear era of 1945, but most recognize it with starting with the Industrial Revolution. There are many different types of pollution, which include land, water, air, noise, and light pollution that all affect the environment in different ways. According to Alina Bradford in Pollution Facts and Types of Pollution, just some of the ways that pollution affects the environment are billions of people living without sanitary water, the death of many fish species, babies being born with birth defects and lowered IQs, and greenhouse gases warming the planet. And just air pollution alone is said to be killing 2 billion people a year. According to Open University, in Pollution Types, Sources, and Characteristics, there are 4 ways that pollution enters the environment. These 4 ways are dispersion, dilution, deposition, and degradation. Pollution isn't the only thing we aren't certain of. According to Kofu Vincent Wong in Climate Change, there are many different theories of what causes climate change. The first theory is the Milankovitch theory, which states that as the Earth travels through space around the Sun, cyclical variations in 3 elements of Earth-Sun geometry combine to produce variation in the amount of solar energy that reaches Earth. Another theory is sunspot cycles, which comes from looking at early records from well-known periods of more intense sunspot cycles and cycles with less activity. Our last theory is ocean pressure and oscillations. The variation of sea surface temperatures, wind patterns, and surface air pressure over the equatorial supposedly affects climate. Though these theories are very scientific and have a lot of support behind them, National Geographic, Causes of Global Warming Explained, believes that the only way to explain climate patterns is from greenhouse gases emitted by humans. And though we aren't very certain of what causes climate change, the effects of it are certain. In NASA's How Climate Change is Changing, they say that scientists are confident that global temperatures will continue to rise for decades to come. They also say that the frost-free and growing season will lengthen, that there will be different precipitation patterns, more droughts and heat waves, more intense hurricanes, sea levels will rise 1 to 4 feet by 2100, and the Arctic will become completely ice-free. Climate change also is said to be linked with deforestation. In Christina Nunez's Deforestation Explained, when there aren't enough trees to absorb the gases in the atmosphere, global warming increases, or what scientists like to call it now, climate change. Nunez also says that these gases are made up of CO2 and greenhouse gases that are created by humans. In Diane Agron's Deforestation and Climate Change, 17% of all annual greenhouse gases comes from deforestation. And so, why are we cutting down all the trees? Well, according to Paulina Lam in 5 Big Causes for Deforestation and How You Can Stop It, the 5 major reasons for it are agricultural expansion, livestock ranching, logging, infrastructure expansion, and overpopulation. And because of all that, 17% of the Amazon rainforest has been destroyed in the last 50 years, and 502,000 square miles of forest has been destroyed between 1990 and 2016. Through this speech, you now know the effects and causes of the decline in the state of our environment. The major reasons for this are pollution, climate change, and deforestation. And hopefully you now know what is going on in your earth and what may become of it in the future. Thank you.